felt like, we had a tremendous Wednesday, obviously last Wednesday of the year, so the boys were really coming out today with a different level of intent, focus, energy, urgency, and it was really awesome to just kind of feel that momentum that we've been building over the last few weeks carry on into today. So we just kind of continue to keep doing that. Obviously, great divisional rival ahead of us, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The bank's going to be jumping, and I can't wait to see you guys out there.
Do you think at practice clinch whether you think you'll be able to go Sunday or not, or still wait and see tomorrow?
Day to day, I felt really good today. Obviously, a little limited participation, but I felt like the ball was spinning, and we'll take it day to day.
How long did it take for the hand to subside?
It's a difficult question to answer. Just kind of, week 18 in the NFL, you're going to be feeling stuff left and right. There's perfect examples all around this locker room, all around this field right now. Guys getting extra work, and they're all hurting. And, it just speaks to our culture, speaks to what everyone's about and our character in that locker room. And, it's up to me to follow suit and, go in there regardless of the pain. If it's stable, and let's ride.
Did you ever figure out how it happened?
Which one? The hand. It was just a multitude of things, things that happened over the year. So it's really hard to pinpoint.
It was not in the Giants game?
That was one of them, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, did you feel it, prior to that last play, or was that the play you started feeling it on?
There was a lot of adrenaline going into that third down before the touchdown run. But, I felt it right away when I went to the sideline, and that was a great learning lesson for me to, handle that situation a lot better in the future. If I don't feel like, I can go or there's any sort of gray, just take it into halftime and regroup from there. But another great learning lesson.
JJ, how hard has that been? Because I'm sure throughout your life you've pushed through things like this year to learn when it's okay to maybe not.
What was the first part of your question?
How challenging has it been to strike that balance?
It's been pretty challenging because, your whole life growing up listening to David Goggins, Jocko Willink, it's always callous to mind, keep going, keep pushing. But, our livelihood, our careers in the NFL, they're very short, and you got to be very cautious with, risking that longevity. So just being able to really know when to push it, when to, kind of recover and make sure we're fully healed. Lean down the coaching staff, the training staff all year, and I think they did a great job. So.
JJ, do you think when you get done with this season, you reflect what you've learned more in the last, since you come to the NFL, it's been a book, right? Do you feel like you're going to have a chance to go, okay, now I get it, I understand the whole thing and the process, and do you feel like that? Because you've been drinking out of a fire hose.
If I did start writing a book, the first chapter would be a good one, that's for sure. It's got a lot of ups and downs, twists and turns, but at the end of the day, it's a beautiful picture, beautiful story that, I'm really starting to understand, the meaning of it and the reasoning behind it, and we're not done yet. There's still one more game left, and it's going to be a great opportunity for us to go out there and really, show who we are as an offense and see what we can do against that great defense.
You saw the Lambeau Field side of it. How excited are you, and how much does it kind of that you want to be a part of the Packers ranking now at home?
Yeah, you never want to pass up an opportunity to play in a game like this. So much history, so much tradition. Like this game, the two games, it's a lot bigger than us individually, a lot bigger than us, as a team. It's the whole passion, the fan base, all the history, like I said. So, yeah, it means the world to be able to have this opportunity.
JJ, you have to lead that game just with how well you've been playing mentally. How tough was it for you?
Extremely tough. But, kind of the motto I've been living by ever since I got into the league, amor fati, love of one's fate, complete acceptance of whatever's coming your way, and have that flexibility to understand how to navigate through it and what it's teaching me. So I feel like no matter what happens in the future, good or bad, it's going to be the same approach.
You are able to play just against 1,000 yards speed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's tremendous, and you got to pinch yourself because a guy like that sitting next to you every single day, he's already achieved so much, but, it's just scratching the surface to what he's, capable of. And, there's so many great years ahead of him, so many great games, a lot more yards to be had. So 53 is important, but, we're just focused on that first snap.
JJ, Coach has talked a lot about just the importance of stacking wins in December specifically. And so I guess just, whether you've been in the game or not, just what has the mentality of the team been like to be getting these wins here at the end of the season?
The mentality is everything because it's win at all costs. When it gets to late in the year, like I said earlier, everyone's hurt, everyone's banged up, and it's that willpower, that falling onto your level of habits and your discipline in those habits. And I feel like we did a lot of the things early on that helped us become successful in December, and it's very encouraging to see it happen year after year. But we got to get in the dance, and we got to make sure that we don't end up in this position again, and make sure we take care of the ones that we need to take care of. Say that one more time.
How different is Green Bay's defense without him?
You put him on any defense in the NFL, it's going to be different with him not on it. He's a tremendous player, obviously one of the best in the league, and going to be one of the best of all time. And so much respect to him. He's a great person, great role model for the game. But obviously, Jeff Hafley is one of the best defensive coordinators, great defensive mind. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. They got a lot of good ball players, and this rivalry means a lot to them too. So we got to come to play.
If you could talk to yourself from the beginning of the season or the beginning of training camp, what would you tell that person?
Give yourself some grace. Understand, this is one of the hardest positions in the world, and you're 22 years old. It's going to take some time, and really just keep taking those punches and keep getting up. At the end of the day, it's just about showing up day in, day out.
What do you feel like has been the hardest part of this season for you?
At times I feel like, I let my teammates down and my coaches down, and that's the hardest thing for me. But, the most encouraging thing is seeing them pick me up and understand, the culture, the type of guys that we have in that room is in that locker room is something special. So, yeah, it's been a tough year, but we learned a lot about each other and a lot about ourselves, and me personally for sure.
A couple more. J.J., when you mentioned giving yourself some grace, and we've asked you about this, but you have not had many years in your career where you've had to deal with a lot of that kind of adversity. What has that been like for you, just getting used to losing multiple games in the season and having to bounce back?
It's been beautiful. It's as messed up as it sounds, this is inevitable. For me to get to where I want to go ever since I was a fifth grader, you're going to go through these patches, and it's just an opportunity that God is putting before all of us to really refine some things that we were overlooking, and just make sure these habits and outcomes don't happen again, and learn from those. But yeah, it's been beautiful, all the ups and downs, great people that I get to do it with, and a game that I love more than anything in the world, so can't ask for any more. Thank you guys.
Thank you.